Support us on patreon.com/Goyomojo Tech. Click now to learn more. Hey, what's up guys? This is Bill from Goyomojo Tech and this is the Apple Watch. This was Apple's first wearable device ever made and I was extremely excited to get my hands on it. Now just to let you guys know, there's actually 3 versions of the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch Edition, the regular Apple Watch, and the Apple Watch Sport. So the only differences between the 3 lineups are the material they're made of and obviously their price. Also, every Apple Watch does come in 2 sizes, 42mm and 38mm. In addition to that, Apple also has a whole bunch of different bands that you could choose from, starting from rubber all the way to metal. The one I have is from the classic Apple Watch series with the cheapest rubber band, and that cost me in the neighborhoods of around $550 US, which is definitely not cheap, but I know you guys are wondering why I have a steel band in my footage. So this is actually from a third-party company called Hoco, and it's their steel link band, which I think looks extremely classy paired up with my Apple Watch. Oh yeah, it's also quite a bit cheaper than Apple's solution. Now the watch itself is definitely built really well in this stainless steel casing, especially when you look at the little details on the digital crown. But sadly, in the month of me using it, there has been a whole bunch of micro scratches. But there definitely is a way to take care of it with some cheap metal polisher. On the right side of the watch, we see 2 buttons. The first one on top is called the digital crown. So basically Apple created it so you wouldn't have to cover the screen with your hand as much. I really do like the concept of it, but I don't think this is the way to do it. So one way you can use the digital crown is for zooming in on stuff. And it actually works pretty well for that, but the only real time you need to zoom in on anything is when viewing your photos. And trust me, you don't want to do that on your watch. The screen is extremely small and you're probably not going to get anything out of it. You could also use the digital crown for scrolling, but I just found my finger to be an easier and more natural way of doing that. It also acts as the home button, but what it does is extremely inconsistent. So when you're just browsing around your apps, pressing the crown will take you to the center of your app drawer. And when you press it again, it'll take you to your watch face. But when you are customizing your watch face, pressing the digital crown acts as a back button. What? Apple, please fix your damn software. The second button is basically for pulling up your favorites that you set up on your phone. I really do think that this button is a bit underused, and I hope Apple will give us the choice of mapping it to whatever we want. Anyways, when you tap on one of your contacts, you get the option of calling them, giving them a message, or using digital touch, but none of my friends have an Apple Watch, so I can't demonstrate that to you guys. Finally, on the right side, there's your speaker and your microphone. There's not a single port on this Apple Watch, so some of you guys might be wondering, how does it charge? So it actually charges with this magnetic puck that attaches to the bottom of your Apple Watch. It'll automatically align and start charging. Now I'll be honest, it isn't as elegant as the Moto 360's wireless charging solution, but you can buy a stand for it to make the charging experience a bit better. The Apple Watch also has one of the best displays I've ever seen on a smartwatch, period. It's an OLED display, so blacks are very deep and colors are very vibrant, but the main reason it looks so good is because of the 290 pixels per inch, which makes it look extremely sharp. The watch also has a really good gyroscope, and it knows very well when I'm looking at the watch and when I'm not. I have to say the hardware is pretty impressive, but the software is just a mess. Scrolling down from your watch face gets you to the notification center, and scrolling up gets you to your glances, which you can set up on your phone to show you all sorts of information. This is sort of like Google Now cards, but it doesn't predict what you do to show you smart information. Force touching on your watch face will allow you to customize it, and there's only the few that Apple preloads that you can choose from, but they're actually all pretty customizable, which is a good thing, but I wish Apple would allow third-party developers to help them develop more watch face for us to customize our watch even further. Finally, we have this. are little bubble of apps which is incredibly hard to press on when you're walking, driving, or doing anything else than sitting down and playing with your Apple Watch. Siri is also incredibly useless on the Apple Watch, and asking a simple question like how tall is the Empire State Building needs you to use your iPhone. Why did I buy this watch when I still need to go back on my iPhone for simple questions like this? Last but not least, let's talk about the apps. They suck. They're so slow that most of the time you would probably be faster and better off using your phone. The only app that I really liked was the fitness app, which shows you how much calories you burned, how much minute of exercise you had, and how long you've been standing for. So if you've been sitting for a long time, the watch will actually tell you to stand up, which is a pretty neat feature. And it also tells you how much steps you took and how far you went. Oh yeah, if you're wondering where you get these apps, everything is actually organized on the Apple Watch app in your iPhone. You could change the positioning of your apps, you can change the settings on your watch, and you could also see all the applications that you already have that's compatible with Apple Watch, and if you want it to appear on your watch or not. For browsing new apps, you can go to the Watch App Store, which is also in the Watch app. There's actually quite a large number of apps in the App Store already, but most of them are extremely limited and unuseful. So the final conclusion, is the Apple Watch a necessary product? I would say no for now. It definitely feels really limited and half-baked, but this is a 1.0 product and Apple still has time to fix all the problems. I do believe in the smartwatch concept, but smartwatches now are just not good enough to be in our everyday life. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. This is Bill from Goyomojo Tech, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.